Many years ago, the great warlords of the Iron Legion pushed the Vikings and the samurai out of the lands of Ashfeld. We knights stood proud and strong, and none dared defy us. Then, like a plague, peace fell on the land. The warlords faded from history, and the people grew weak and complacent. When the Viking raids began anew, the Iron Legion was not prepared. Ashfeld plunged into chaos. Yet the Vikings, too, seemed weak, only a shadow of what they had once been. And the samurai have not left the mire in years. Now, a new force has risen within Ashfeld. The Blackstone Legion. Knights, true warriors. Ones who still understand the difference between predator and prey. We have come to set the world back on its proper course. This will be an age of wolves.
The Wardens. Members of an ancient order. Fallen into dust. Sworn to defend the weak. Masters of the longsword. Their origins lost to history. Still they fight for what is right. But only a few may join their order.
That day that I learned I was working for the wrong warlord. Hervis Dobny.
Defend the walls!
The day that I met the Blackstone Legion. And Holden Cross.
Come out!
Dobny! It doesn't have to be like this!
Keep them off the walls!
My lord.
Break it down!
Break it down!
I am a warden.
Go! Get in there!
I had a job to do. I need to get moving.
When we stop fighting against it, nature will always reassert itself. So it is with stone, so it is with plants, with animals, and so it is with people.
That catapult's still ready to fire.
Show yourself! These warriors don't have to die. Trial by combat, right now.
What? Fight you? That's not a trial. That's an execution.
Then fight my second.
You will be my second.
All right then. If I refused, there would be a slaughter. He was a warden too, or had been.
He's good.
I needed to win, but not for Daimyo. We were still at their mercy.
It will not do for a knight of the Blackstone Legion to be defeated by a common mercenary. Kneel.
For valor in battle, for honor and service, I, Holden Cross, raise you. Stand, Knight of the Blackstone Legion. We're finished here. Come on.
That was how I joined the Blackstone Legion.
That warden proved more than worthy. But there was still much work to be done. The Vikings were about to destroy the last Iron Legion sanctuary in Ashfeld. My Blackstone Legion would save them.
There are many legions. The Iron Legion is the greatest among them. But in Ashfeld, the Iron Legion is about to be routed. Their commander, Stone, needed an army. Holden Cross sent me.
Blackstone! Where are our reinforcements?
I'm it!
Is this a joke?
Open the gate! us out, Blackstone! Good luck!
The battle was already lost. I needed to change that. Killing all the Vikings in this area will claim the garrison for us. This place will help us gather reinforcements. I need to take the flanks. Stone was a conqueror, and one of the best I'd ever seen.
I'm impressed!
Stop! Ég klára þennan!
I'm impressed, Gordon!
Not bad, Blackstone. Not bad at all. Pretty sure I could have done it by myself, but...
We had the Vikings on the run. And in the mopping up efforts, we also claimed the rest of the scattered legions, bringing them under Blackstone rule. The Warden, I think, had reservations about some of our methods.
I had questions about the Blackstone Legion.
The last of the Vikings have holed up in an outpost up ahead. One that the Iron Legion deserted. Need backup?
I can handle it.
Careful with that ego.
Ready?
Lead the way.
Deserters. I wanted to see for myself. Stone was Iron Legion. I trusted him.
Something you want to talk about?
Not yet.
Doesn't look too hard.
Everywhere we go, we've abandoned our people. What has happened to the Iron Legion? Wait here. I'll clear the bridge.
When lava cools, it can form a marvel. A black glass that can be sharper than the sharpest blade. High in the mountains, there is a block of obsidian that has been cut into a round table. It is there that the Blackstone Legion was first formed. The geyser fields of Ashfeld were where the Iron Legion officially bowed the knee to the Blackstones, and the Royals, and so many others. We chose that...
Get back!
Two tails innan skams!
Go back to Valkenheim, you know!
I want to talk to some of these deserters.
Once, there were 15 of us in the Blackstone Circle. 8 times, one of us claimed the title of Warlord. 7 times, that Warlord proved too weak, too no...
They were members of the Iron Legion. All legions share the same oaths. What had happened here?
Why have you abandoned your posts?
A Blackstone dog has strayed from his pack.
Stand down! Your people need you.
What's a warden doing fighting for Apollyon?
One of us should go home and change.
Why have you abandoned your posts?
Kill them.
We were going to have to fight our way out.
We are on the same side.
You have done it for Ashfeld! Will not be Apollyon's slaves!
That was the day I finally met our warlord. Apollyon.
Gotcha, Blackstone. Do you know what kind of creature waits for its own slaughter? Sheep. Sheep.
No!
Welcome to the Blackstone Siege.
I had my answers. But too late. And a warden's oaths are not lightly broken.
The time came to show the Vikings who they really were. We would strike deep into the heart of their lands. But first, we needed to cross the mountain pass. And Holden Cross would lead the charge.
Where order has broken down, where cruelty and lawlessness rule, lawbringers are justice. We go wherever we are needed, and we come prepared. Our armor has no equal. Its construction, a secret of our order. Pray that you do not need us. And when we arrive, pray that you have done no wrong. The snow was already falling on Valkenheim. But we went anyway. I am Holden Cross. As commander of the Blackstone Vanguard, it fell to me to lead the way.
The Vikings are ancient as we are. The difference is, they vanished for centuries. We never left. But any who doubt their claim to these lands need only look at the ruins their ancestors built for them. So many of my people fear the decorations of our savage foes. But I have never feared the demons of my enemies. I am their demon. Wherever we go, the peaceful life that is called civilization scatters. It is a social agreement that is so easily dissolved. Fragile.
Out of my way. Savages.
Those catapults needed to be shut down.
The Vikings have filled their mountains and valleys with horns and drums and signal fires. We were never going to slip into Valkenheim.
It wasn't a good plan. It was just my only option.
The cataclysm was not one event. It was many. Lands rose and fell. The sky rained fire, ash, and worse things. The seas rose and then retreated. It is a miracle that any of us are still here.
Need to regroup with the Vanguard.
We were prepared for this place.
I am Apollyon. Should I have given your warden command of this assault? Go! I am Apollyon. I was a warden once. Now, I have become something greater. I am the 8th warlord of the Blackstone Legion. The only one strong enough to survive. And through me, this land will see a new age. The Vikings have raided every year for as long as I can remember. They sack, loot, burn. My village was destroyed by them. Mine and hundreds of others. Now, we will turn the tables. Valkenheim, home of the invaders who call themselves Vikings. It had been 40 years ago that knights last crossed the threshold into that great valley.
The Vikings had numbers. We had technology. We couldn't leave a force behind to guard the prisoners. Master, this beast killed at least 40 soldiers, including Davis.
Do you know how to tell a predator from prey? You can't, of course, unless you see them in war. Well done.
I had thought that her laws of selection only applied to us.
Valkenheim. We needed to reach the fortress at Sverngård before the Vikings had a chance to respond. But at the great cliff that splits the valley in half, we found our way forward blocked. Fortunately, we had a peacekeeper, Mercy, among our ranks.
When wars end, it is the silent blade that keeps the peace. But when wars rage, a peacekeeper's work is never done. Quick, simple. They can win a fight before their enemy even knows they are there. Dancers of death, with dual blades for dancing partners. What they know can destroy legends, or create them.
Our army needed passage. The Warborn can be creative when they want to be. The Viking tribes all have different customs. These look to be Warborn offerings, probably for strength in war. Holden should never have sent those scouts ahead. He should have sent me first. Why didn't I say anything? Apollyon asked me to clear the way, so of course I obeyed. Holden trusts that warden. Well, maybe. Like us, most of the Vikings don't even know their own history. These are their ancestral lands, lost a millennium ago. They returned from across the sea and reclaimed them. If I understood this contraption, raising the elevator now should prove exciting.
clear. Impressive.
Don't encourage her.
The fortress of Sverngård. My goal. For too long, the true warriors among the Vikings had been held back by the chains of social bonds, of kin, of law. Now we would knock down their gate and return their world to its rightful order.
I had questions.
Master, why this fortress? It looks like it's just a storehouse.
It is? And that's why we're here. These barbarians. They seem like they're good people. They embrace each other like they were all kin. But that is all a lie. When night falls, they stab each other with their knives. If there are wolves among them, should we not set them free?
Now I had new questions. Ones that were much harder to answer.
Catapults! Keep the ram moving!
Being a skeptic was a death sentence. But doubt is a part of integrity. There was nothing I could do except protect the ram. And hope.
We knew at Sverngård that within a day Viking ships would fill the harbor and their army would destroy us. But I intended to be long gone before that could happen.
Gudmundr. This fort's legendary yacht.
On your feet.
We were in. That spelled doom for the Vikings. Wasn't that why we came in the first place? strong, Gudmundr. Give up! Your people do not need to suffer! You fought well.
To hell with you!
Mercy. Why are we here? I think you know.
Famine. This place houses their seed grain. There will be no new harvest. By winter, they will be killing each other over what little food is left.
I took an oath to fight for peace. So did you. All of you.
Hey. This food.
Why are we not burning it all?
What do you imagine the clans would do if we burned it all?
They'd starve. Die.
They would unite. But leave them scraps. Just enough for 2, maybe 3 clans. They will fight each other over what remains. The wolves among them will rise. We're not here to kill them. We are here to teach them who they are. To set them free. Time to go home. It did not take long for my lesson to spread across the whole of Valkenheim. But in the following winter, a lone raider rose among the clan known as the Warborn. That raider set out to reunite their people.
Sometimes, a Viking is born who carries the spark of gods. Raiders, we call them. It is a name that can summon armies. Ruthless, fearless, made for battle. The moment of a Viking's death is chosen by fate. So what use are they of armor? Or a beer?
A year since Apollyon came. Our people starved. And the worst of us fell on each other, like beasts. Growing fat on their own people's misery. Ragnar was one of those. Let's feast! And so, I came down from the mountains. I joined the Warborn, and then we did something about it. We had come to do something about our people's burning problem.
The Vikings were long thought to be just a legend. A story we told ourselves. An ancient threat that once ruled the north. Then, centuries ago, they returned from across the sea.
That gate! Let's burn it!
The food!
Told you.
Come! It's what we came for! Let's find the rest! For our people. They had stolen their own people's food. We were there to take it back. Burn everything! The food is life for our people. God, the raider was right! Look at them here!
Even if their mastery of steel is not as complete as ours, they are nevertheless an endlessly inventive people. We underestimate their creativity at our peril. Vikings record the exploits of their greatest heroes in stone. The markers remind them of the debt of glory that must be paid to enter Valhalla. To die in battle is one thing. To die a legend is another.
Bring Ragnar to us!
For a full year, the cranes and scaffolds and lumber mills of the Vikings stood silent. No time for building while contemplating my lesson. They had wolves to feed.
What's going on out there? You. Face me! Come on in, then!
This was what I had come for.
Boy!
We are Warborn!
You're just a whelp! You'll die like the others! You leave it, Creepita! You... Like hell! Yeah!
I wasn't going to let Ragnar get away.
What you've done is wrong. You feast while all around you people starve. You and your warriors will learn to live like the rest of us. Or you will become food for crows. Child! Might as well ask me to pick up for me! We're Vikings.
So that's a no.
Valhalla.
You're in charge now. Join us. We are with you. They weren't much to look at, but they were a start.
The Warborn grew. Soon, much sooner than I anticipated, only 2 warlords remained in Valkenheim. The Raider, and a vicious killer named Civ. With many of the Warborn leaders held hostage, conflict was inevitable.
Civ's work.
That's just barbaric.
I've seen you take scalps.
It's different. We'll just wait for your signal then?
The Bearclaw clan crushed all resistance. They forced the other clans to serve them. Their warlord, Civ, was ruthless in her pursuit of power. I liked her.
Civ.
Raider!
We had a history.
I know it's you!
I guess that was the signal?
The Vikings worship gods of wood, of storms, and of stone. The samurai gods are of fire, of wind, and of thought. The gods of the knights are iron, steel, and gold. But power, that we agree on.
What are you doing among the Warborn?
You talk too much.
You will die here, Raider!
Civ had numbers, but the Warborn had me.
I'm the greatest warrior that ever lived!
Less talk, more fight! The old ways of blood stir our people. We were united once more. It was time to free the rest of the Warborn. Stygander.
What took you so long? Finding Vikings you hadn't pissed off.
My thanks, warrior. Don't disappoint me, Jarl. Oh, I like you.
Now, it was time to take back our birthright.
The Vikings united. And so quickly. Now they turned their attention to us. I left some of my Blackstones in control of their shipyards at Valkenheim. Stygander, their new Jarl, set out to take them from us.
There are traditions among our people that run deep as stone. Our shields are as versatile as they are strong. Our swords are lethal, simple and ancient design. And a leader who does not lead the charge is no leader at all. We are called warlords, a name that is earned. We are the shield of our people. And we will not fall. We would need ships. And I had been out of action for long enough.
Odin's beard.
These Blackstones had done a poor job of fortifying our defenses. Odin's beard.
The Vikings had built up their settlements and shipyards over decades, centuries. It took a little more than a year for it all to fall into disrepair.
Those Blackstones had quite a haul.
Where did these come from? Samurai ships, washing up all summer long, full of this junk.
The samurai!
They're weak. We outnumber them 10 to 1.
And they've had a good year! We're gonna need a fleet. It was time for a raid.
Hoping for quick spoils and perhaps the glory of victory, the Vikings turned their attention on their neighbors across the sea. The samurai lands were guarded by an ancient sea fort, one that the Vikings believed to be poorly defended.
Apollyon's war had taken us to the edge of extinction. But that raid reminded us of who we are. We began with a fortress on the sea. But they knew we were coming. The gates of that fortress had worked for a century. All we had to do was get through them. When those gates moved, the whole plan changed.
Ropes! Grapples! Here!
The sea fort of the samurai guarded one of the very few places in the mire where a fleet could safely come to shore. And it was an ancient place.
You're in my way! That day reminded our people what Viking fury could do. The Great Raid, they would call it. And it had begun.
To reach the great city of the Emperor, the Vikings now faced the Mire. Here, brute force would not suffice. Skill and knowledge would be needed to cross safely. The Warborn Valkyrie, Runa, was sent to find a way through.
The Valkyries, warriors who have made a deal with the gods. Each one can earn glory for our fallen dead. In time, they can win a place for the deserving. But they alone decide for whom they fight. Masters of the spear and shield. Scouts, trackers, and perhaps your only hope for salvation.
The Mire. An apt name for a terrible place. I was sent to find a way through. Let's start by finding an outpost, or a camp, or something. Whoever that warrior had alerted was probably who I wanted to talk to. They had one of our missing scouts captured.
Control and defense of the Mire is split among the many houses of the Daimyo. Their defenses vary in quality, but none of their defenders lack in skill.
Activity by the docks to the north.
Maybe one of them would know how to get to the city.
So? What did they tell you?
I don't speak Japanese.
Well, now what? We need maps.
There's a monastery.
How do you know? Wait here. I'll get reinforcements. Wait for us here.
Finally. I guessed that what I needed would be near the top. Seemed reasonable.
He failed to escape their homeland during their exodus. I have not heard any tales that describe his fate. But I do know that the Emperor who rules their city now is false.
Archers!
Keep moving, Runa. In hindsight, I should probably have waited for backup. Too many to fight. I needed to just run.
Whoever the lone scout was who found that monastery must have wondered what a Blackstone Knight...
I had what we needed. A way through the mire. The city would be ours.
Koto, the Emperor's city. High on a stone cliff, defended by crumbling bridges and gates, and by a force that was far too small for such a vast place. The city was ripe for plunder.
3 days, we fought on that bridge. Behind that bridge lay a whole city full of plunder. And if we failed now, we would leave with nothing to show for it. One more push would do it.
The Vikings built flimsy war machines to break down rotten gates. That bridge was once unassailable. Now it was simply an open walkway.
This is no gate. It's more like a door. It's not a bad idea. You might live.
The All-Father's favor is a fickle thing. Impress him with your audacity, and he will see you through to victory. But let audacity grow into overconfidence, and he will deliver you to your enemies.
was a great raid!
Valhalla, warrior!
You fight well for a Viking. Impressive. I will enjoy this. You are a raider. Legendary. You are a raider. Legendary. You are a raider. Legendary. You are a raider. Legendary.
My people will be remembered!
I must defeat you! Now I will be fast enough to deal with you. I must defeat you! I must defeat you! I must defeat you!
I will die today, but first, I will kill you. Outstanding. Gates open. We had done it. Beyond those gates, riches, spoils, plunder. The great raid of the Warborn clans would become legend.
If the commanders of the Iron Legions knew about that!
Now we can speak freely.
Well, that's a relief. We're all your humble servants, Master.
So, what is the real plan?
War. Huh? The natural state of our species. Yet these monsters
Flee from it. They're cowards. We must be brave for them.
We cannot hope to trigger war everywhere.
We can. If we recruit our enemies to the cause.
The city was open. There was one warrior among the samurai who could have prevented that disaster. A single Orochi, locked in a prison cell for years. That imprisonment was about to come to an end.
We samurai are outnumbered. Each of our warriors must be the match of 10 of our enemies. Each Orochi is a match for 100. Swift, strong, the truest masters of the katana. Their armor, a perfect balance of flexibility and strength. We are the finest warriors the world has ever known.
Home. We samurai lost our true home long ago. Now, to us, that word means something different. We made a new home, but we have to fight to hold it. I wasn't going to be fighting anyone from inside a prison cell. But my friends, my Daimyo, saw an opportunity and took it. They're burning the city.
We're leaving. I said we're leaving.
Let's go. I can't.
This is how you ended up here in the first place.
We needed a quick way through. Fire would do it.
We could have been halfway across the map.
We were badly outnumbered. Fire would even the odds.
Some of the samurai wear sentiment as a shield. Poems and proverbs to reassure and calm such sheep. Yet, true warriors walk among them. They are desperate to be free.
Let's find Momiji. Fire and poison and steel. It was working, but we needed to push them back.
A monk once told me that true peace is the product of one's mind and body working in perfect harmony. A battlefield, then, is one of the most peaceful places you can be.
All we had to do was get those gates closed. What were the Blackstones doing in our city? Knights. From the Blackstone Legion.
Where's Ayu?
The Vikings broke into our city. They didn't know who they served.
Ah, the last few. Daimyo, your emperor is dead. Will you take his place?
Never.
Would you be emperor?
After I kill the rest of them, I'm coming to kill you.
A wolf. Leave the palace to Cejuro. The others can fight for the scraps.
Who do you think you are?
War. I am war.
I left 5 daimyo to fight for control of their people. We would see how strong their unity truly was. I gave Cejuro the palace. The other 4 survivors of my test, I left in the swamp. It was the daimyo Ayu who made the first move.
Every army needs warriors whose specialty is victory. Kensei, sword saints, the guardians of our people. Every great ruler since the fall has trained as a sword saint. Every one. And we are formidable. Our armor is the strongest of our people. As is our will. I was the last daimyo set free in the mire.
Happy hunting.
Happy hunting? Apollyon thought we would fight each other to claim the Emperor's power. She was right. Every daimyo who had passed her test was a war criminal. We would tear our people apart. Or I could finish it. Before it had a chance to start.
The waters of the mire rise and fall. Solid ground shifts and moves. Every attempt to build permanent structures there has resulted in disaster.
Danja was pious. Piety does not excuse villainy.
You dare disrespect this place?
I will not let you rule our people.
You have disgraced your ancestors! Our ancestors are watching, Ayu! The Emperor was right about you.
I had done it.
Our Emperor is dead! The Blackstone Legion has done this! Apollyon wants us to go to war with ourselves! I refuse! We are being forced into a new age.
Vikings.
Apollyon would regret leaving me alive.
I expected the samurai civil war to last for years, not days. Nothing unites like a common enemy. The Vikings had not had time to escape the mire with their bounty. That Orochi, Ayu, and their new allies set out to try to stop them.
I followed Apollyon's trail into the mire. I was searching for Ayu. Well, well, well. Do you know where Ayu is? These Vikings need to be taught a lesson. A lot of dead Daimyo around here.
I was stopping a civil war.
Guess the Emperor was wrong about you.
Our neighbors are persistent.
That they are.
Secure the dock. We'll meet you there.
I was hoping to catch the Vikings before they left with their plunder.
I hate Vikings.
Archers.
Delay that order. We have more pressing matters.
Cejuro.
Apollyon gave him the palace.
It will take more than a palace to rule our people.
We will remove the pretender to the Emperor's throne.
Within a month, Ayu brought her newly reunited army to the front door of the Emperor's palace. Now there were only 2 daimyo left, she and Cejuro. But it was that Orochi who would determine the course of history.
The Imperial Palace. A fortress within a fortress.
Cejuro! Our people bleed! Put down your weapons!
Then end this, and kneel before me.
Cejuro wasn't giving up, and he had strong warriors at his side. But we had numbers. We just needed a way in. I hadn't been inside the palace in 3 years. Not since the Emperor had ordered me imprisoned.
Cejuro accepted my offer. The palace was his, and at least 50 of the greatest warriors the samurai chose to fight beside him. They were few, but they were mighty. The city of the samurai stands on a high mesa, surrounded by forest. It is one of the most secure fortresses in the land. It has been twice destroyed by fire, and at least 6 times by civil war. But never by invaders.
Cejuro had the best fighters with him. We would need that strength.
I wish that I had been there that day. To see the Daimyo Ayu and her army lay siege to their own palace. I only wish it had taken longer.
Only the best for the Emperor.
Our army is on the other side.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
To cooperate.
You are outnumbered! Put down your swords! Find Cejuro! We will not be stopped! Cejuro can't be far!
Execute me! I will be remembered as the greatest warrior our people have ever seen. These warriors won't follow anyone else.
You will be forgotten. The Emperor's champion will defeat you.
The Emperor's champion is rotting in a cell in the lower city. It's you.
The champion?
That's betrayer. Hero, more like.
Cejuro was one of the greatest warriors of our people, and I had been sitting in jail for 3 years.
Your legend was exaggerated! The old Emperor was weak. What are you waiting for?
We need commanders, Cejuro.
You dishonor me.
We need you. You are a great warrior.
I won't serve beneath you.
Then slay me. Take my place. Command our armies.
You've gone mad.
Apollyon did this to us. Not Cejuro. I will not fight the Legion's war for them!
The Emperor's champion. Heading our armies again.
I'm going to Ashfeld. Our enemy is there.
Before the Emperor's champion led Ayu's army into Ashfeld, they came here on a scouting mission. They would need to find safe passage for their army to my fortress. But Ashfeld has changed.
Apollyon had been as generous to her own people as she had been to ours. We needed to understand what was happening in Ashfeld, so we explored.
Ashfeld liked to remind us of her catastrophic past. Occasionally the ground would shake and a new fire pit would appear. A warning that what had happened once can happen again. The Iron Legion lands to the south were more stable than ours. Peaceful. Ashfeld itself fought against stability. And we are all reflections of our homes. Since the war with the Vikings, the Blackstone Legion had put down 7 rebellions. Martial law was the only law our people understood. By the time the samurai came to Ashfeld, the other legions were gone. Yet, the Iron Commanders continued to send us reinforcements and material. We were grateful, even if they are misguided.
Unorganized.
I saw a warden, leading a group of knights away from the fortress. We should follow them.
Apollyon's borders were open. Who had done this? I know that one. Warden.
Are they rebelling? Can they do that? I think we should leave.
Why? It was time to go.
I think that's it. See? Not so bad.
are not your enemy, champion.
You executed the Imperial family.
We are no longer Blackstones. No. This is my fight. Don't make me kill you! We are not enemies.
You have much to answer for, Warden.
I was right. You are the Emperor's champion. Your army will find the path to the Blackstone Fortress. Clear. Good luck.
I had taken my measure of that Warden. Once you cross swords with someone, you know their heart.
All the lands are awash with Viking looters. Our own legions war against one another. And now, the Emperor's champion knocks at my door with an army. This will be a day for wolves.
Reinforcements! Do not lose this courtyard!
The samurai have breached the second gate! Here they come!
Master! Iron Legion! Outside our walls!
There you are. And what are you doing, Holden? At last. Move! Hold the samurai. I'll deal with the Iron Legion.
The fortress of the Blackstone Legion. The gates had fallen. The escape tunnels were all blocked. We had them. The catapults were on the upper level. Apollyon was back there somewhere. She would not escape me. We needed to block the entrances to cut off their reinforcements.
Go. You've got this.
I couldn't risk Apollyon escaping. I had to find her.
Finally, the Dawn Empire have arrived.
Yield. Face justice.
I'll pass. I had found her. Now, I needed to survive. Her skill was greater than mine. I would have to exceed myself.
You will fall, demon!
Fight! Let the monster free!
I will defeat you!
Death waits for us all. A warrior is someone who does not let that stop them from doing what must be done. Come, warrior. It would be the end. I will not yield. Not ever.
What you have done is unforgivable!
Only sheep pray for peace, warrior.
I must end you!
It's over. We will have peace. Peace. So, what happens now? You all just go home? You came into my home. And you brought your armies. What did you think would happen? Peace? That isn't how the world works. Don't speak to me of your virtues. Duty. Kinship. Honor. You've forgotten what you are. You want war. Only war. All I want is for you to admit what you are. All of you. My wolves.
You know the rest.
7 more years of bloody war.
Apollyon played us all. One against the other. For what?
To weed out the weak.
Why did you call us here, Cross?
I didn't. I was sent by the new Lord Warden. To make amends.
Thousands of my people dead!
Well, here's your chance for vengeance.
We've shared our stories, like your Lord Warden requested. Now, why are we here?
Peace.
Peace.
Even if it were possible, we're no peacemakers.
Is it an unworthy goal?
Well, no, but... Is this how it starts?
It would have to start with us.
We will die in this attempt. You know that.
But it would make a worthy tale.